Hey everybody, this is just a quick video to kind of go over a remote learning assignment 2, which was due on Monday um, or Tuesday, depending on your class. And I just want to go over this first puzzle, okay? Just so you guys have a general idea of, if you got it right or wrong. You can check your answers here and just to kind of clarify some of the stuff that you saw in the video. So a couple things that we're going to need to figure out this puzzle is basically three of the four major laws. So the first one, law of superposition, which is pretty straightforward. It's just that as sediment deposits, it forms a rock layer and more sediment will deposit on top of that. And the sediment layer beneath or lower is always going to be older than the layer above it, right? Because as more sediment forms, you can tell that the layer beneath it is getting older. So new sediment always forms on top of older sediment, right? And that also brings up the law of original horizontality, which means that sediment forms horizontally. It's not going to form on an angle or vertically, okay? The other one that we need to know for this puzzle is the law of cross-cutting relationships, and that's anytime there's a fault or an inclusion of magma that runs through a layer, that happened after the original rock layer formed. So let's start here. From the first video I showed you guys, 5 was the oldest layer. Now we can tell that 5 is the oldest layer. Well, Mr. Marcellus, what about layer number 10? Well, if you look here, 5 is actually just a little bit lower than number 10. That's one clue, and that's the law of superposition. But also you can see that 10, 9, and 8 have fossils in them that are similar to fossils found in layer 3, 2, and 1. Now, we can assume that these fossils formed at the exact same time based on the law of horizontality, okay, forming horizontally. And there's this line here showing that there was some kind of tectonic fault, and that would be the law of cross-cutting relationships. So this line happened after rock layer 10, 9, and 8 formed, causing them to move down, or more accurately, causing this side to get pushed up. So rock number 5 is the oldest. Above that would have been rock layer 4. Let's move that right there. Okay. And then we would have had rock layer 3 form. And then we would have had rock layer 3 and rock layer 10, since those are the same rock layers. They've just been separated by this fault. Okay. Then we would have had rock layer 2 and rock layer 9. And we would have had rock layer 1 and rock layer 8 form. You can see that these are the ones that have the fossils in them, and the fossils are similar to each other, right? And then we would have had rock layer 7 form, and we would have had rock layer 6 form after that, okay? So now the reason why we don't see rock layer 7 and rock layer 6 up here is due to erosion. This side would have gotten pushed up due to this fault or tectonic activity, and then erosion would have taken place. And when you guys watch your next video, or hopefully you've seen it already, this would have been a really good example of an angular disconformity. And then erosion would have happened up here, and we would have had another unconformity at the top here, okay? Now, it says, which of these fossils is the oldest, which is the youngest? This is, once again, the law of superposition. So since this fossil is beneath these ones, the fossil found in rock layer 3 or rock layer 10, since it's the same fossil, would have been the oldest. And yeah, that's this puzzle in a nutshell. If you have any questions, please ask. Send me an email or post it to the discussion board that's beneath this. And it's nothing. There we go.